All right, I'm not sure if we're gonna jump on the ladder, but just in case, we're gonna go through this list. So Sandy Ephemerals. So one of the new sort of cards or concepts we got with the new expansion is the cards that are able to summon these sand soldiers, which are 1/1 ephemerals that when they strike the enemy nexus, they deal an extra point of damage to it. So we're combining these ephemeral units with the old classic kind of suite of ephemeral units like Shark Chariot and whatnot to help enable Hecarim. Other sand soldier cards we have is Azir, who levels up when you summon 10 units, so he works very well with ephemerals, and then when he levels up, whenever you summon a unit, that unit plus him gets +1/+1, so it lets you go tall and wide very effectively in the ephemerals list with things like the Shark Chariots plus generating those sand soldiers, maybe even haunted relics. We've got this Emperor's Dais here, so any attacking unit, any number of attacking units will generate an ephemeral, which is good because sometimes what can happen in ephemeral lists that are leaning on Shark Chariot is you don't have ways to bring them into play. So with cards like the Emperor's Dais and Azir, which has basically the same effect, that's not a worry. Another payoff for trying to go wide with Ephemerals, Inspiring Marshal. When you summon another ally, give it +2 this round, so you can make a big, very scary board. She is expensive, but the power level is very high, so we're going to give her a try here. The rest of the list is rounded out with things like Rockhopper, generates a Roiling Sands to make an enemy vulnerable. We have Buckeye Sand Spinner, or Bakai Sand Spinner that grants an enemy vulnerable. So we can kind of control the board a little bit and get more favorable attacks while we're beating down. Originally, this list had some aristocrats and blighted caretakers instead of these two, and I'm trying these out instead just because they have really good stats, and I think sometimes our board's going to be little tough to go wide on with maybe Emperor's Dais on it. Could be wrong about that. It's also a possibility we want some of the new 4-cost deny that's in this archetype maybe to help protect some of our stuff. It's called Rite of Negation, I believe. And so that could be something worth exploring, but I think for now we're gonna give a try to this list. Maybe we want the Blighted Caretakers after all. It does do well to help level Azir and Hecarim while also controlling the board, but you do need more things to enable it, I feel like, because you're not going to have necessarily enough things to sacrifice to all the time. So that's kind of why I made this change, but I think if I were to do that again, I guess I'd go back to the 1-drop and the other thing. We'd have no 4s in the deck. That would be fine. Curve would look slightly different. Might be fine. We have a lot of 2s, but we'll give this a try and see how it feels. Actually, I don't know. I keep flip-flopping back and forth between the two. Maybe we will try the Blighted Caretakers first and then switch to that plan if they don't work out. Blighted Caretaker is just such a great card. It's also possible that instead of Inspiring Marshal, we want like the what's it called? Neverglade Collectors could be better potentially. But we'll try the new card a little bit. The reason I don't mind the Aristocrats too is because they're not as bad of a 1-drop with the Emperor's Dais or even Azir, depending on when you get the attack tokens, because then they can start summoning Ephemerals and you don't mind throwing them away, also being bodies for the Blighted Caretaker. Maybe ranked works now. Watch, we're gonna find a mirror match. We haven't seen anyone else running this. Haven't seen anybody else running this list the entire day. First match, someone else running this same thing. Hilarious. I guess next turn we'll go Emperor's Dais, we'll go Emperor's Dais next turn and then go Soul Shepherd, Soul Shepherd. Now we're just gonna play Shark Chariot and go die as Soul Shepherd the following turn. Yeah. We'll take a bit of a hit here, but that's we could actually start with Soul Shepherd and see what they do, because we could get the 2 Shark Chariots back with the spirits. That might be greedy though. Man, that would be so much damage. It's only on summon, right? Yeah, it's on summon.
I am the light beyond life.
Could see them play their own Haunted Relic just to block. They actually have to chump block or they're dead.
Silence. Death comes. Your ancestors await.
Not good enough.
Be still now.
Alright, well, we know what we're doing with our 5 mana.
But you will witness.
The Emperor commands, the land obeys. Together we are part of something more.
Together, you are children of Shurima. Shurima, see what I see. Carry it with you.
Emperor, I am honored. Azir's command!
Your Emperor commands. I have risen. And with me, Shurima. Arise!
Spears ready.
Go down to 3. I think that's acceptable. I guess we get into trouble if he's also running Atrocity. But if he's running Atrocity, I'd be a little surprised at that. It would take all of his mana. He's going down to a 2. I guess he wouldn't have Lethal Atrocity, right? Yeah, he's going down to a 2.
In Shurima's name.
We just open on attack, right? We don't really need Hecarim.
Do not fear death. Silence. Death comes.
These are all lethal threats, so they all have to be blocked. Who needs to make things vulnerable? They're already vulnerable. They have to block, right? Well, here's that blighted caretaker we always wanted. That with the soul shepherd could be very nice, but we need things to enable. We want these two. Use this. See what we draw. Okay, that's really nice. It's actually perfect.
See what we see.
Start by dealing 4 damage. Potentially, he could play his own Dune Keeper to block.
Always forward.
It's a shark chariot.
Lastinat Rame buys me a new sail. Woohoo!
Our sun rises.
I suppose that's a bit annoying, but the fact that he had to use that resource feels pretty good. Are we getting aggressive with the Haunted Relics? I don't think so.
I will not be online.
We just play this and pass. They could have this. They could have that same spell again, I suppose. But I guess hopefully we'll get to Glimpse Beyond.
Do not see what is, see what will be.
Another Shark Chariot's nice, especially if he wants to play another one of those
Good
things.
to serve the Emperor once more. Let it help you remember who you once were.
Are we playing this just to block? I don't think so. We can block... Well, we can block a bunch of things. It wouldn't be that bad. Next turn we'll have 5 resources, so I could play Shark Chariot into Blighted Caretaker. But summoning these doesn't do much. I guess it helps level the Zir should we draw one. Okay. I've convinced myself. And we'll block everything because we may as well. And it actually puts things that otherwise wouldn't die in range of the Blighted Caretaker. So I think it's worthwhile. Obviously. He might actually just not attack. I could see him attacking with these two. He probably won't attack with this. Yeah, stand around there.
Everyone's a garden.
We'll hook these two, I guess, and we can attack with these as well.
Death comes.
Faithless creature.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, I'm totally in for that. So this thing's silenced, right? Oh no, it only... What does this do exactly? And disable its keywords, excluding negative keywords. Okay, so it's not silenced silence. So if I kill it, the last breath trigger would still be a thing. Okay, that's fine then.
My siblings.
Fortunately, Hecarim's not quite there. Probably just gonna play him this round. Maybe that's bad, because...
Would you look at this place?
Yeah, because he'll get +2/+1, which is unfortunate. Guess we just do this.
That egg.
You got caught!
I think that's worthwhile. We'll play Hecarim next turn. Swing. Because we're going to play Soul Shepherd this turn. He could have a thing to challenge. Kill the other one, I suppose.
Come, the journey ahead is long.
Time has not been kind to you.
Are we saving the Blighted Caretaker for next turn? Yeah, because we can kill a bunch of his stuff.
Put them down! No retreat.
How much damage we're taking? 7?
Accept your fate.
I think I'm fine blocking here.
In Shurima's name.
So now the question, is it Hecarim or is it Blighted Caretaker? Kill his stuff. I feel like I want to kill his stuff.
Oh, fresh soil.
Now's our chance to, because his stuff's not leveled up quite yet.
Katina, you gotta see this new board!
Little busy now, Sammy. Later.
Could do it again. Kill you. We'd only get 1? But we can potentially kill a bunch of his stuff. I think that's better than nothing. How many sharks do we have again? Just the 2. We're forcing him to block a bunch, I suppose. I think it might be worth it.
Everyone's a garden.
I suppose you'll do.
And then we don't actually mind throwing away our board to be defensive the following turn, because we're going to go wide with Hecarim. Wow, we got everything. I thought he might have some combat tricks or something.
Oh dear!
That's new. You're provoking it.
Probably not going to be good enough. We'll see, I suppose.
Interesting reaction. I'll make a note.
Hey, watch out for the rock tubes, you maniac! They better watch out for me! Wah!
second Hecarim.
Break their ranks.
They grow up so fast.
Excuse us. Don't touch that.
I will run you over.
You should watch this.
Neat. Well, the Blighted Caretakers felt good that game, at least. Oh boy, this guy's just running down people with discard aggro while everyone's trying out new stuff on the ladder. Smart man. Well, things that can't block are pretty bad. Azir's a decent blocker, though. Haunted Relic could fog our opponents for a turn. Maybe it's not so awful. Let's look for 1-drops. Nothing but clunk.
Anything else? Help the poor?
1-drop, 2-drop, any drop. Okay, fine, I'll take it.
The desert by my side. Sand and blood!
I have the best job.
My name will echo through the ages.
Maybe I'm supposed to play the Dune Keeper actually to chump block a Draven. Yeah, especially with this, like he could go wide now with Chompers or just another 1/1. Yeah.
God axes need victims.
I think I'm just gaining 3 here. I mean, I guess he could use Spinning Axe plus Thingy to kill this, but is that a big deal?
Sedition.
I think I'm okay with that, actually. It means he's not using it on, like, a huge board.
Time
So,
for the moneymakers.
I think that's actually fine. Another Stalking Shadows, huh? Well, you're not that great. These are not great plays for this matchup. Sure. Something that can actually just stick.
The journey ahead is long.
I think we'll just move on. Got a really bad start. Hello, Samurai Mifune. Sorry I didn't notice your message till now. Definitely want to play that matchup more. Just hopefully we actually get a hand when we full mulligan. Hopefully we actually find some early plays that play well into what our opponent's doing. This is another fucking concurrent timelines deck. Since we're pretty aggressive, I'll give this matchup a shot. I'm like pretty sick of seeing people meme with this. It's just kind of boring. Okay. Guess we'll get Shark Spirit going first. I haven't seen Inspiring Martial do its thing in this game yet, but so they're probably blocking everything we're doing here. I'm sure they're gonna throw the O one under the bus here. Okay, so we'll go Soul Shepherd, and then next turn we go Doomkeeper, Doomkeeper. Emperor's Dais.
If I'm forgotten, then no!
The desert by my side.
The mask they wear tells a tale.
The Emperor commands, the land obeys.
Do I throw away these 2 ones? No.
Do you see? Ashes and stardust.
Do you see? Surprised they're not leveling Talus out here. Alright, we'll see if Inspiring Martial can do its thing.
Embrace life.
Expect death.
Do I play another Dais, or do I give them a chance to potentially kill this Inspiring Martial? I want to play another Dais. Let's do the fun thing.
Sand and blood!
I've a mask for you. Death becomes you.
Its heart beats fast now.
It knows.
Death only makes us stronger.
Huh.
The guilty will suffer.
Shadow approaches.
So they'll probably kill one of these 2. Oh, okay.
No one lives.
We have a vengeance for the Hecarim, maybe? Oh, I don't think that works, right? Because he's gonna spectralize. Yeah, he's still dead. Wow, so far this deck's been pretty good. Attack with units with 5+ power, yeah. And then some. Ooh, did we just get a new emote too? Oh, we had to actually claim it. Oh no, we didn't quite get there. 3 off. Okay. This could be a tougher one because they have things that hit pretty hard, and we don't have good blockers. So I'm definitely going to keep these. I think the Blighted Caretaker is actually a good keep as well. Azir's pretty... I think we keep this whole hand, actually.
What's that noise?
Second Blighted Caretaker.
The Emperor commands.
Maybe
The
this is...
land obeyed.
Yeah, I'm probably supposed to save this. Oh, I'm gonna get in for a big hit, though.
I must get out of here.
I guess they have the thing that's gonna turn this into a 5/4 now. That's the only reason I could see them wanting to run a card like that in aggro.
Places to go, people to be.
People to be.
My name will echo through the ages.
Ooh, you know what? Maybe I'm actually supposed to block and then Glimpse Beyond so they don't get the trigger from this. That could be correct.
Get me out of here.
That's something to consider for a future play, though.
Oh, fresh soil.
This card seems like just really, really good. It's really good in the control decks I've seen it in. It's really good in aggressive lists like this. Surprisingly versatile.
Remember this day. Our son. Stand down.
I could see them adjusting this card's stats sometime in the future. 1/5
Just a moment.
for 3 seems so good. Am I... No. They're probably just going to immediately attack.
Accept your destiny.
Oh, that was a mistake by our opponent.
You really don't know me.
Because now we can level him. And... yeah. They can't kill us with this. He'll need to put a buff on this. Which might be their plan, but... is this enough Blighted Caretakers? We can't kill her over 2 turns without both of them, so maybe we just Shark Chariot to level him. I think that's fine.
It is time. Shurima is sand and sky, past and present.
So we need something else to kill our champion here. This can chump block here, and I'm going to sacrifice it to Glimpse Beyond so they don't get the strike.
Mine.
They're saplings!
Oh, but if I do that, I don't have something to sacrifice to the Blighted Caretaker the following turn. Okay, we'll just do this.
Remember me.
And I'll do this. Another Glimpse Beyond is always nice. More Glimpse Beyond. Okay. Let's see what they got. Okay, they've already hit Reputation. Makes sense, because they hit, I hit, then they just hit now. Yeah. Let's start with Stalking Shadow.
Does death follow or peace?
That's annoying. Didn't quite kill everything, so that's a blessing at least. Now I need to sacrifice this to the Blighted Caretaker. Yikes. What else could I find? I guess I can't find anything else, huh? Yikes, that's too bad. Probably want the Rekindler.
Do not fear death.
Out here, you're moving or you're dead.
We each died and found hope.
Out of the way!
I'm actually fine with that because
Danger pays.
yep. Some of the no, I think we want to save that. I think we'll just take 4 then. She's already blocked, so I can do this without worry. And I don't want to take 6, so I'll let that happen. Okay.
My time!
It's a Hecarim.
I'm a woman of principle. Mine is clear and get paid.
All right. How are we winning this game? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we have to start taking down their board.
I am the light beyond.
You're so mean. Oh, and they're rallying too. That's really awful for us. Okay. Well, shit. That's not a card you see often. What does she do again? Attacking allies have my keywords. It's a lot of overwhelm to have keywords. Guess we're dead
The desert by my side.
if they have a thing to make vulnerable.
Danger pays.
Your ancestors await.
Taking 3.
My name will echo through the ages. The cliffs themselves are my barracks.
Yeah, they could just open on attacks and they win.
Business as usual.
Civilizations always rise and fall.
Yeah, but Shunpo was definitely not a card I was expecting. Oh, brutal. Rally effects are so obnoxious sometimes. Shunpo is the fairest of them all and still felt so bad there. For us. We want 2 Dias in our opening hand. Let's try this. Alright, rematch, so to speak. Let's see if we can.
See what we see.
Why does it only count as 1? Oh, it's specifically summoned to not play? Is that why?
Always forward.
I thought playing units also counted as summoning them. Alright, guess I'm wrong.
For the Empire.
I have 2 of these. I feel like I should play one to fog here. Just can't block. I would just take 3. It's like, is that a big deal? If I do that, Dias is not triggering next turn. Because I won't have a block. I'm definitely blocking here. I think I just need to keep my life total high. If I do this, he probably doesn't swing, though. These weren't great draws, huh? I'll just pass. That's what he does.
Okay, ready. Keep your distance.
Yikes. I'll just pass for now. Okay, Shark Chariot, not bad.
Nothing but Noxian might.
So they're just running Severe, and it's like a Maxian aggro.
I'll do better this time.
Yeah, that counted. That was weird.
Our proudest days remain ahead.
It's gonna attack into this, which is nice.
I hate having to put my face on.
Get ready, girl.
Play Hecarim, I think, this turn. Maybe it's the marshal,
Smoke and
actually.
mirrors.
Now it's...
I am everywhere. I am everyone.
Even if they have removal for it or something like that striking card again, then we can rekindler the next turn.
For the hand!
That doesn't do much since it doesn't block.
I stand for Noxus!
The sun disk shines on us all.
Could have been worse. So Heki attacks. Making 4 things.
So obvious.
Grace!
Did they have the 1 mana deal 2 to anything? They're still dead.
Keep them back! Hold the line!
Are they dead to that? They block here, they kill this. Yeah, they're dead. Oh, right, that dies. So maybe they weren't dead to that then. No, they were anyway. They could have stopped another 2 damage, I suppose. Alright. Kinda got revenge on the LeBlanc Severe deck, but... Or is it Sivir? Severe sounds... Anyway. But they were playing like a mono, or like a Noxus Allegiance version. Which is interesting. Nice hit, obviously.
The Emperor commands, the land obeys. Always forward!
4 damage turn 1 is really good.
You need not follow, but you will witness.
He just counted himself.
Winter
Awesome.
take you!
Sure, bro. I'm not attacking with that.
Stay back! Our son!
In Shurima's name.
Okay, so he's getting a random champion.
All things grow
This is actually a pretty good spell in some situations. I don't know if it's quite good enough to run in your actual deck, however. But I appreciate the card nonetheless.
The cold creeps in.
I'm fine taking 2, thanks. That's a draw.
To the streets! Show them the might of our army!
Shows of power excite the people and quell our enemies.
Shurima lives!
I must get out of here. Foolish child.
Huh. I think it's a soul ship right here.
Come, the journey ahead is long.
Shurima is sand and sky, past and present.
So, at best, what could they do? They could be playing Icequake, I guess. There's a chance that they're playing that card. Maybe we just want to try to find more stuff. Be like extra lethal. Another Emperor's Dais is kind of good, actually. Could also play the Blighted Caretaker, but I don't think that's necessary. Shark Chariots there would have been nice. Okay, I guess we'll play the Emperor.
Cliffs themselves are my barracks.
I guess we don't want to throw you under the bus, but you're not dying to anything.
Commands.
You cannot fight the cold.
Could have a Harsh Winds to not be dead to these.
Nothing escapes my watch.
Okay, this is pretty good. So they're only gonna have 9 mana next turn instead of the 10. I guess that's not that big of a change. Probably want the Evershades though.
Look upon our work. Look what we have built.
So that game kind of showed what I was talking about before about how the Emperor's Dais with the Blighted Caretakers can be kind of awkward sometimes. But I still think you want them in the deck for the draws where you don't get Emperor's Dais on 2 necessarily. I'll take 3, sure.
I cannot go.
will echo through the ages. Greater things await!
You see me, yes?
Stand down.
If I'm forgotten, then no!
Okay. So if they kill this, we can play another one, and we still can play this aristocrat, so that the following turn we can go
Good comes of mortal
blighted
greed.
caretaker to kill their stuff, which is nice.
I will find someone. Disintegrate.
Tempting, but I think I don't want to take 5 from this.
Shurima, your emperor has returned.
The king has returned. Yeah, it's probably blighted caretaker.
There you are.
He's actually gonna level up. Very annoying. Okay. I'll do this one.
Shurima, see what I see. Carry it with you. I have risen.
I am honored.
And with you, Shurima.
Lady Elise, where are you?
The order is given.
Please, I have connections.
Wait.
Foolish.
Fortunately, we're giving him a lot of slay triggers. I think we go Hecker him this turn, because even if he finds a way to kill it, we just Hecker him the following turn. If he doesn't, then we Inspiring Marshal the following turn.
I was feared once, just as you are now.
What's that, lamb?
Something soon forgotten, dear wolf.
I smell prey.
To ruin.
Sure, I'll take 5. Yep, I think we go for
To
it.
the street! Show them the might of our army!
Shows of power excite the people and quell
It's not
our
worth it,
enemies.
because they're chump blocking everything anyway. Yeah. Yeah, this was probably a mistake.
The cycle has continued for eons.
We hunt, we kill.
And then we start again.
Your spirit is hollow.
Yeah, they wouldn't have had this good block. They were probably blocking all of these anyway, so yeah, I think that was a mistake. That's okay though. We have another Hecarim in hand. We'll chump block the Nasus with something, not a big deal.
They will.
The expanse of eternity stretched out before me.
Yeah, that's really problematic, actually. Yeah, should have just opened on attacks. Didn't really think about Nasus and leveling up there. Because now none of these can block and we're just dead to him. Oh no, this can still block. Never mind.
That egg, did it move?
I guess I have to be wary because they could burst. They could give the -1 attack, get -2 attack thingy. But if they do that, are we dead anyway? If they do that to Hecarim? No, I guess we're not.
Fast now.
It knows.
Together we are part of something more.
Together, you are children of Shuri.
Remember me, little one. Please.
Yep.
Be mine.
He is for the other.
Good hunt.
One to remember us by.
Seems like a pretty good matchup for our opponent if they find their blockers, huh? Their board is full, so I guess we may as well try to go wide. How many things are you summoning, Hecky? Just 3. We're not going to play the second Shark Chariot because if he has something like Vengeance for this Hecarim, I want to make sure I can play another one.
Its heart beats fast now.
It knows.
Spirit is hollow.
Be still.
You. Yes, you do.
I'm just going to move on. I'm pretty sure we lost this game. Couldn't get off to a good enough start. They just had so many blockers. Probably should have opened on attacks that one turn. I didn't with the Hecarim. And they would have been forced... They would have taken a little bit more damage from the Overwhelm trigger. They would have been forced to block. Their blocks just would have been more awkward. And yeah. That is my conclusion. It looks like a very aggressive deck. Probably has that battling thing in hand because of the quick attack units he's looking at here. Probably a 3-2-1 split if I had to guess. So what do we want to keep? Probably the Blighted Caretaker. Don't know about the Soul Shepherd. Most things we want die to the Blighted Caretaker anyway. Dias can go. Just looking for things to sacrifice the Blighted Caretaker. Like that.
The Emperor commands, the land obeys. Azir's command!
Play this into this.
There's a chill in the air.
Does death follow me, or peace?
Huh.
Everyone!
Death comes.
Pledge yourself to the shadow.
Sentinels of light don't fear the dark.
Shurima, your Emperor has returned.
My gun does the talking.
Sedition!
I'll just take the 7. If he has a way to buff this, no biggie. So if I play this, yeah, sure. Let's start with this. Sure. It's annoying.
Glorious sacrifice. What's that? Shurima is sand and sky, past and present.
I guess that was a mistake, huh? I should have leveled him up before attacking, and then this would have taken 1 more point of damage. That's fine. It's probably not challenging the 1-1, and even if it is, big deal.
Go ahead, scare me.
I have many faces.
Please, I have connections!
I embrace the shadow.
My name will echo through the ages.
Virtue guides me.
The cliffs themselves are my barracks.
I'll write my own story.
Guess we're playing Rekindler and attacking.
One candle of every soul. Come into the light.
Your Emperor commands.
Hold back the darkness.
I won't back down.
Oh damn, this still lives.
Only
Await your fate.
I don't want to die
You dare!
by something by mistake, so we're gonna block here.
I shall lead the way.
Alright, does he have judgments? I probably can't beat a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably can't beat a judgment anyway, so I just may as well ship it with everything. I guess that's not entirely true. No, I pretty much just lose to a judgment.
Greater things await! It is time! The order is given.
They open on attacks the following turn, and then we're dead.
Do not disappoint me.
Glorious sacrifice.
Now we got that cool new emote, right? Oh, we have to claim it. Place that one, I guess. I don't know. Lee Sin Sharif. Yep.
What's that noise?
The desert by my side.
Does death follow me, or peace?
Maybe I'm supposed to start with Doomkeeper.
Everyone's a garden.
Could see him nopify this. Am I okay with that? No, I think I want the card draw. I think I want to maybe put him in a position where he can't or doesn't want to nopify that.
We each hold a world within.
Probably want to play Hecarim next turn.
Lady Elise, where are you?
I think he's willing to deny or nopify this now.
I have risen and weakened. Shurima. Shurima, your emperor has returned.
What is gained when we return malevolence?
Stop us.
Nothing can really block this. Maybe I'm supposed to attack with that as well. He probably just throws this away, deals 2, and I potentially put myself in a vulnerable position. But I gotta work through these blockers anyway, so I don't know why I attack with this then.
Dragon
But
binds us.
You cannot win.
Stand down.
We can always rely on you to keep us safe.
backup Hecarim's nice.
Force is meaningless without skill.
A pleasure to see you, Master.
Arise!
As the dragon wills. My lands need. Prepare yourself.
Okay. I think.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Don't touch it!
Your lesson begins.
Okay, so he's hoping to find the pieces he needs to kill me next turn. Or at the very least, he can kill this Hecarim and be in a not too bad position. At least on board, but he doesn't know we have these, so. Cool. Ooh, treasure. Marshal's pretty good. Maybe we want the Stalking Shadows to find things that we're missing in our lineup. Sure. Yeah,
See what we see. Sand and blood.
Okay, so it's a weird visual glitch where it shows he's only one here, but he's actually two.
Safeguard our homes.
Spears ready.
Yeah, I'm fine blocking
Light
this.
the signal fires.
That represents like a blocker for something bigger later.
Do not see what is, see what will be. They're out there. I'll spot them. Look out for reavers. Glorious sacrifice.
I am the light beyond life.
And I thought there was something good to see.
Lady Elise, where are you? Please, I have connections!
It's a pretty good draw.
Tell the people what you have seen today.
They could avalanche, but that's okay, I think. Matter of fact, if they avalanche would be their best play here, I think. Just
Remember this day. Stormborough commands.
damage from that. Gonna use our mana on this anyway, so probably a Shark Chariot. I think I'm gonna spend.
Ages pass, yet I remain.
Your Emperor commands. Look upon our work. Look what we have built.
That egg, did it move?
We were peaceful once.
Sure about the harrowing. How good it is.
Come, the journey ahead is long.
I think I want to save Blighted Caretaker for when he drops Aphelios.
Her
Maybe because of that I'm
flowers
supposed to...
light with
Yeah. I'm supposed to pass there.
As darkness falls, the moon rises.
He probably got... whatever. The deal 3. So let's get to this.
You leave me no recourse.
Yeah, I forgot about the thingy into Aphelios. I probably should have just passed. See if I could bait them into...
Everyone's a garden.
Well, Fine, I'll push a little bit more damage then. I think he looking to play 2 burst spells here. So if they don't want to play out another unit to get hit by one of these things, then I'll just deal a little bit more damage. Guess we'll go Hecarim.
Certainly to battle.
Believe, Ephemerals.
Does death follow me, or peace?
If he has the foresight here, he's gonna...
That's a pretty sparkle fly.
Getting rid of Riposte, is that... That's kind of worrisome. I kind of meant to play the non-ephemeral one. I kind of forgot that this had ephemeral, but I guess that's fine. Probably not gonna be able to kill Aphelios this round with these challengers, but we'll see.
They grow up so fast.
Using that on Aphelios and not their life total is actually really great for us. I think.
My siblings.
Matter of fact, I would argue that's a misplay, but maybe they figure they're not winning this game without this Aphelios. I don't know.
My strength is yours.
They're looking to get Severum again. We'll run back the play that we did last turn. Now we'll play Rekindler, and even if we lose the Hecarim again, we have Harrowing.
With the Knight's Embrace.
Accept your fate.
We each die.
Maybe they found something to obliterate this. I see. I think I'm going to save this for the Severum play. We don't really need the cards. We have plenty of good stuff to do. So. He only has one big celestial card in hand, and I think that's all we know. I think the other 3 cards are on him right now. Maybe that card should just be another. These things, how big are those things going to be? It's hard to tell, eh? I guess I could do math, but I really don't want to. +3 attack, so they're normally 2 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so they're going to be 8, so they're not as powerful as these things. Oh, plus this idiot gets generated. That's annoying. Okay, these things are doing stuff as well. That's fine. They block with Aphelios and like buff them up. Could be close. Nope, not even close.
Guide him, mother.
You keep your dragon, but can you stay alive? If he has something to grant life drain, I just glimpse beyond the target and then he probably dies. I think he's just debating what to block. Yeah, I don't know why he's racking his brain so much over where to block. If you don't have the life drain, it's not going to matter if your dragon survives or not. This deck feels great so far. It was worth the 3,000 gems to build the 3rd Azir. I definitely want to try the Deathmark Ephemerals version with those new Ionia cards. I don't know if it's going to be as powerful as this, but I'm still curious to try. But I want to unlock the Field Musicians via the event first, because free-to-play player. Shark Chariots tend to be very good early on. The one will feed the other when on our next attack step, so yeah. This is probably not so good in this matchup. I'm not even sure this is necessary.
Oh, you're all so cute.
So far, this card has not felt necessary. I think we could get rid of this for like an... Honestly, might be another... It might be another... What am I trying to say? Rekindler. Or, honestly, it could just be those negation effects that I've been talking about.
Where does your path lead?
Wherever it goes, I hope it brings me back to you.
I understand.
If I play this, I'm not taking that much damage. Oh, this is whenever anything heals, right? When you heal a damaged ally. Yeah. I guess it doesn't matter, he's hooking anyway, but still gains some life.
Be at peace.
Ring the flippin' bell!
Round them up.
Should have stayed home, pal.
Take heart.
don't have quite enough to play this and Haunted Relic. It's too bad. I guess we'll see what our draw is first.
We're all family here.
That egg, did it move?
Our draws did not line up very well into what our opponent's doing.
No more of your crap soup, lassie, please! It's that soap? You've been drinking this?
Hurt them, cut them, kill them.
I guess this is okay here.
Break their minds, flay their souls, eyes everywhere.
Go no further.
Oh, you're a wee numpty!
I weave my own. Take heart. Live with purpose.
Dune Keeper's actually a nice pickup because they're looking... If they get another challenger, they can hit me pretty hard with this thing.
Stars fall.
Too many Shark Boys, not enough blockers for their surprisingly aggressive start. Hold on, let's look at this deck a little bit. I don't know, I haven't felt like I wanted that negate effect, but it would be nice. Harrowing was good that one game, and like this was okay in that one instance. Maybe they're good enough for the times, like these one-of cards are like decent, but I could see just cutting both of them for the negation effect, because there are going to be times where we just lose a game to Sweeper or something that we wish we could have canceled. It's hard to go wide with, like, get the max value off of things like Harrowing and Evershade Stalker in the first place when things like the Emperor's Dais and other cards that you want to hold back aren't doing... are taking up board space, you know? I feel like I would want the Stalker more than Harrowing. Obviously, the Harrowing was great in that one game. Were we winning that game without it if it was like a negate effect? Possibly. I think we were winning that game anyway. It might have taken another turn. If it was another Rekindler, we definitely would have had it. Still. Yeah, maybe it's a Rekindler instead of that. Because of that whole board space problem. But man, it's such a bad draw when you don't get your champions. But I mean, so is Harrowing, really. What are we bringing back? Not much that we care about. Everything else doesn't hit quite hard enough. I guess bringing back Inspiring Marshals and then getting a bunch of Ephemerals attacking can be okay. I don't know if that's good enough. It might actually honestly even be better as a Ruination for times when the enemy's getting off to a crazier start than we are, like in that last game. And we don't really care because we have a lot of stuff that we can get a board back. As long as we have one of these and another unit, you know, we're bringing back Shark Chariots and whatnot. Yeah, that's something I'll have to think about more. How often this Harrowing is kind of like just sitting in our hand, not doing anything. I don't think I want 3 Rekindlers, though. Like, if I were to replace this, like, just without really thinking about it, sure, it's probably a Rekindler. Just to bring back Hecarims. Because, like, forcing the enemy to have to answer Hecarim after Hecarim, like, back-to-back Hecarims is really obnoxious. But I could see it just being something else. Maybe a 1 of that negate effect is fine, you know? I keep going back to that one. That's the only one I think I want. Because the one build that we're going to try with the Deathmark Ephemerals does have a couple copies of Deny in it, but this build is going to be running the field musicians, which the idea behind those is that every time we're attacking, we're drawing a card and refilling our spell mana. So these denies only become like 1 cost in a sense. Because of things like Shark Chariots being summoned and Blighted Caretakers and this and that, things getting summoned that trigger it. On attack, before attack, what have you. Well, the deck is performing fine as is, so we'll keep going. But it's definitely a card I could see throwing in depending on where the meta ends up. I don't suspect this deck will be very good once people start respecting aggro again. A lot of people just like to try whatever, you know, clunky thing they can come up with, mashing all the new cards together, which, you know, I should know because I love doing that myself. And once people start respecting aggro again, I suspect this deck's power level will fall off significantly. Do we want 2 Hapless Aristocrat against the Frostbite aggro deck, clogging up their draws a little bit? I think we'll throw 1 of them back. Okay, that's a good start. That's a good turn 1 play. So they look like they're playing Frostbite mid-range, but just replacing LeBlanc with Riven or whatever. Some lists run Riven, some lists run Sojourny.
The Emperor commands.
I think LeBlanc is a great card for this archetype because she curves in, you know, what's that card? Glory Seeker curves into her nicely, and then she works really well with the Trifarian Assessor, so that's nice. I guess we just pass because we don't have, even if I throw that away. Oof. Punished. I guess we'll do it the following turn. Probably gonna see him play the 3/3.
Winter take you! Lady Elise, where are you? No.
I want multiple blockers, so I'm not going to throw this guy away. Plus, there's a chance he can get in for some more damage the following turn.
Sharpen the blades.
Yep, there's a Glory Seeker, so we're not going to play out Azir yet. And if they want to pass, then I have Blighted Caretaker to take out both of these, potentially. Let's start with this, see what they play.
There you are!
Okay, they're probably going to have some Frostbite effects then. To stop this. We'll still hook them and get in for a decent hit though. 7 damage with the Sand Soldier.
A chill in the air.
Always forward.
If it's a fight they want.
Assuming we'll see a Harsh Winds on these two. Because I always assume the worst. Next turn, we probably play Hecarim, even if they have a way to kill him, like with a Frostbite effect plus Culling Strike or something, then we have a Rekindler follow-up. Was I have a leveled Azir in hand, which is pretty good. 6 damage plus taking out their board's pretty good though, huh? If they feel like they have to use, I guess if they have Harsh Winds, they're gonna use it here, huh? Really? Why on the Shark Chariot? I feel like you should just take the 3 and save one of your 3/1s, honestly.
Line up.
Cool.
I'll cut them apart.
You're mine.
Why did I think Hecarim was a 6/6? No idea why I played that.
We burn, then kindle anew.
Yep. Guess we'll do this then. Yeah, that was silly of me. I should have played Soul Shepherd into Azir. Wow, that is aggressive. Sure. Deal.
I know a challenge when I see one.
Got another one anyway. Okay,
We fight for one Freljord.
start here. See what we find. Maybe this Evershade Stalker then.
I will not be alive.
I need just a moment. For glory, face me!
Today we fight as one.
I think I will cash this in as a gain 1.
Remember me.
Tell the people what you have seen today. You need not follow, but you will witness.
Well, would you look at that? So I could open attacks.
They grow up so fast.
Which means if they have another Reckoning, I don't lose this shit. But Hecarim's pretty good. If they have another Reckoning, I could just go wide with Evershade Stalkers. Well, I guess I can't with this. They could go Frostbite Effect, Reckoning, and then I'd be sad, I suppose. Like, they could go Harsh Winds, or not Harsh Winds, Flash Freeze. So maybe I just open attacks. Actually, can't kill me with what they have. So I could actually attack with him.
Come, we have an empire to build.
Guess if they have it, they have it, and we're still not that bad of a side. They need like those exact 2 things.
All the world on one arrow.
No backing down!
This will be quick.
1 to 3. Okay.
Let's see what you've got. This will be quick.
So, am I supposed to glimpse Hecarim here? Doesn't matter, right?
In Shuri's name.
Okay, that's pretty good because if they wanna lead on the frozen arrow,
Only the finest serve.
we have something to stop them. I actually can't remember exactly what this says. Frostbite an enemy and all other enemies with 3 or less defense. Where are you? 3 or less health. So they can't actually do that much.
To the streets! Show them the might of our army!
Shows of power excite the people and quell our enemies.
A gift from Avarosa.
So I could kill this to summon another blocker. Plus blighted plus a sapling. I don't think that's necessary. They attack. Maybe it is.
Everyone's a garden.
Yeah, I don't want to die by mistake.
I hate having to put my face on. My move.
As the arrow flies.
Gonna bring back a Hecarim. Is that good enough? I might actually be fine. Because otherwise, one thing attacking isn't doing a whole lot, especially if they have multiple frostbite
We have an
effects.
empire to build.
But I probably need to save this, huh? Hecarim at least brings back like a whole board's worth of stuff. If he wants to kill something in response, like with a Culling Strike, get multiple things. Yeah, this card has been pretty awkward. Okay, so they're gonna play an Entomb on the Hecarim then? Exact copy. Countdown 2, but that's in 2 turns.
They grow up so fast.
Arise! Stand and defend!
I know a challenge when I see one.
That's an
Leave the
interesting block.
target.
The black rose blooms once more.
Stand down.
Show them the way. Aberrosans, stand together.
The War Mother will unite us all.
Very awkward. These can't block, so that sucks. The dais is a bit iffy. I guess I could play this out as a single blocker. How much damage are they doing? This is the one that won't be able to block. These two... Yeah, I guess I have to, so I don't die.
They cheer on me. Our legacy is eternal.
Alright. It's been fun, but I have been playing this deck for now 2 hours. I think I'm good. So it's funny, in that last game, the harrowing, as awkward as it was, if it was a rekindler, it just wouldn't have worked. Because we had no board space. I guess that's... Yeah, no, we wouldn't have board space, because you're not allowed to replace landmarks until your board is full. Same thing with, just like with units, right? So yeah, these dices, while they're okay, and like they're fine in multiples, they're not, they can be awkward sometimes. I'm wondering if we gotta cut down to 2 of these, because you want to find them on 2, but multiples aren't so great. Sometimes in some games 2 can be okay, but they're not super great in multiples. I'm finding, yeah, there's definitely some interesting changes we might need to make. Harrowing and Evershade Stalker, like these were all kind of awkward hits. Man. 9 mana, resummon a Hecarim. If that's all it's doing, is that, like, if that's the floor of this card, is that good enough? Is that a good enough reason to keep it? The Evershade Stalkers definitely felt bad, though. I feel like this deck can go wide enough, and, like, if we're afraid of getting swept and having plays after it, after that, I mean, like, any unit plus a couple of Emperor's Dias can, like, do that plus bring back a bunch of Shark Chariots, so I don't think we care about this. I think after playing enough games with that, I don't think I like that card anymore in this list. I think I want to try something else. Maybe a one of Rite of Negation, or maybe just more followers to make sure Stalking Shadows is hitting more consistently. Because if you subtract our champions, we're only at 20 hits for it, which there were definitely a few games there. We never missed with it in any of the games in that set, but we were close. The Inspiring Marshals actually feel really good. They feel better than I thought they would, if I'm being honest. I still think the Blighted Caretakers are fine, now that I've played more games with them. Yes, there can be some awkwardness with the Emperor's Dias and just having too big of a board. But I think the early aggression that you can get with this, and the fact that you can take out key problem cards in the early game with them, I think means they're worth keeping around. I still might want that 4 mana, give something vulnerable permanently, though. Some games, like a lot of the games we were playing, they were going a little long. And so having access to that effect to like tag a champion, like Ashe, for example, in that last game, just ensure that we get her off the table, feels like it could be worthwhile. Got the Airbender over here. Got Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah. So maybe some copies of that guy are good, but because it's kind of a similar effect to this, while also not providing ephemerals to both bring back Shark Chariots, help level Hecarim, help level Azir, I don't think I could replace any copies of this Blighted Caretaker with that card. Sand Spinner here. They fill similar roles, but I think I like this better overall. But, you know, this could be a fine card to put in as well. It's a pretty aggressive card. Permanent vulnerable and -1 attack is obviously very, very good. It's unconditional too, which is really great. I'll have to think about it more. What else could we put in? Maybe we want just more of those kind of effects. We were talking about rock hoppers before. Again, kind of awkward with our Blighted Caretaker though, and like the enemy can play into them, so I don't think it's good enough. We also have plenty of things to do on turn 2. I don't think we need more 2s necessarily. I say that and then I look through Ruthless Predator, but it's not a 2-drop. It's like a 2-mana combat trick. Give an ally +2 and give an enemy vulnerable this round could be just what we need. Especially a lot of those games we found that the people were blocking Hecarim in such a way that they would trade with him at the very least and then remove his passive effect on all the ephemerals we have. So if we could give something weak, vulnerable, to make you have to block, to make it block Hecarim, we get in with a lot of overwhelm damage, plus they don't have a chance to trade with him in combat, and then our ephemerals units are nice and big. So that could be a reason for putting a couple copies of this in the deck. Plus it's +2 damage. Like there could be some occasions where that's enough to push damage to close games out. Something worth exploring. Yeah, that's worth exploring, I think. Haunted Relics, they feel good in certain draws, but other draws they are definitely awkward with Emperor's Dias, just like with the Blighted Caretakers, but I think they're still worth keeping around. Again, they help level up Azir really quickly. They help level up Hecarim really quickly with like a turn 2 into turn 3, like Soul Shepherd into Haunted Relic that can push a lot of damage, especially if there was already a Shark Chariot that you had put on the table. Anyway, overall, this deck felt great. Some of the details will almost certainly change over time as more games are played, but I think this is where I'd end up right now. Overall, I think I like this. Ruthless Predator, over the Evershade Stalkers that didn't feel great. There could be other things to put in here, but yeah, it's worth exploring, worth experimenting with. I think I'll keep Harrowings for now. And these Rekindlers, I think these are all okay. Everything else, pretty much everything you see as a 3 right now, I don't think I'd cut any of those, except I'm debating whether or not we want 3 copies of Haunted Relic. Could just be a 2, but I think this is okay for now. All right. I think that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thanks everyone who hung out and watched. For people who are looking on at this on Twitch in the future, note that I upload all my videos on YouTube broken down by deck. So all the matches we did with this deck are going to be up there later today, as well as with the previous Kindred decks that we played today. But I think that's going to do it for me for now. I think that I'm all Runeterra'd out for this day. Might play some games off stream, but I think I'm done with streaming for now. Set is fun so far with the few decks I've gotten to play with and against. It seems like there's a lot of new interesting archetypes to play around with for sure. That's all I say for now. So take care. We'll see you guys next time.